Hey Guardians, hope your day's going well, hope your week's going well. If not, I do hope it gets better. Today, we're talking about the return of Supremacy for Guardian games. Supremacy, of course, is basically just kill confirmed, which you'll be familiar with if you've played Call of Duty. Kill an enemy, they drop a crest, pick up the crest for points. So far, I've been having a blast, for the most part. There are some issues, but let me talk about what I like first. To start, it's a CBMM, connection-based matchmaking mode, which means connections have been substantially better than our SBMM playlists for the most part. As I've said before, I'm by no means an elite player, but I'll always take CBMM over SBMM because I'd rather be fighting someone better than me and losing because they're better than me, than be fighting someone around my level and be losing because their character freezes, I tag them multiple times, then they proceed to teleport 5 million feet away and kill me. Second, this mode is something that I think fits D2's community pretty well. I've said in previous videos that purely objective-based modes are doomed to fail in Destiny because the community is just too used to modes that are just variations of team deathmatch. This was my frustration with zone control and especially Rift, where I'd notice my teammates not reviving me or anyone else on our team if we died, or someone would grab the spark and immediately push into the enemy spawn without backup, die, and immediately give the enemy team a free spark. Now, my definition of a purely objective-based mode means that kills do not count towards the actual score, only completing the objective counts towards the score. This mode is a pretty nice middle ground because kills mean nothing without actually collecting the crests. Plus, unlike say Zone Control or Fortress, defensive supers aren't quite as broken. There's no single point or objective that you can get a free capture on by just popping a bubble or a well of radiance, which makes offensive supers way more viable and arguably more valuable because you'll be creating more crests with them. Next up, this is a mode that forces movement. Those crests don't come to you, you have to go pick them up, which means people are moving around and playing more aggressively, which is for sure refreshing. Those are the reasons I like the mode. Let's talk about the downsides. First off, the regen effect of collecting crests. Picking up a crest will give you ability and super energy. There's a few issues with this. Ability spam has already been a problem for around a year now. It's been a common complaint for a long time, and it still has not been addressed. A while back, Bungie had said they want to reduce ability uptime in PvP around to what it was during the 30th anniversary. But we really haven't heard much talk like that since then, so who knows what's happening there. But adding modes that make this ability worse is definitely not the play. I had the same complaint with Eruption, and I have the same complaint here. I love both modes, but the ability and super spam starts to make it feel like a worse version of Mayhem the further you get into a match. PvP in Destiny is at its best when factors are prioritized like this. Gunplay first, then movement and positioning, and then abilities. Second, a fairly minor complaint as a whole, but my god, the spawns are incredibly janky. This is an issue in other modes too, and it's really something that Bungie needs to address. I can't tell you how many times I've had me and an enemy spawn right next to each other, or I've spawned literally in the sights of a sniper, and it just makes the experience extremely frustrating. Third, the lobby balancing is horrific. Lobby balancing has been an issue for a long time in this game, but it's even more apparent in this mode in particular. Lastly, the class versus class mode is a fantastic idea, but it becomes a problem given that some of our classes and subclasses vastly outpower the others. For Guardian games, I'm maining Titan this time around. I was planning on it anyway as sort of a tribute to Lance Reddick, but holy hell guys, I've never had so many free matches in my life. Unless they're just completely incompetent, a full stack of Arc and Void Titans is borderline unbeatable. Even then, a full stack of Solar Warlocks is also extremely frustrating to play against, particularly with the increased super and ability uptime. Seriously, I've had matches where there were wells being dropped every few minutes. For that matter, a team of mostly Void Hunters is irritating to play against as well. Not as oppressive, but constant invis, which is difficult to see, particularly if your eyesight isn't the best like mine and with the janky lighting on some of our maps, and constantly being slowed down by smoke bombs is enough to make someone go completely crazy. So until class balancing and ability uptime gets adjusted significantly, I honestly don't think class versus class matchmaking is the play. As a whole, I like Supremacy. I think it's a good fit for the game. The big thing I would want to see addressed is the ability and super regen. If that gets tweaked, then we have a real winner here. In fact, I would really like to see this mode be a permanent addition to the Crucible, or at least be added to the Relentless Rotator alongside Zone Control, Rift, and Clash. It may be an old mode, but at least it's something different, and given that PvP doesn't get much love these days, anything different is for sure refreshing. But that's all from me today, Guardians. I know this was a quick video, but it was something I wanted to talk about regardless. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and leave me a like and hit that subscribe button with the bell icon. It really helps me out. For now, I will see you all in the next video. Peace, Guardians.